Caused another controversy in the world of entertainment. What's going on, Sarah?
Well, it's actually brought up the question of how answerable are big corporates to governments and the lack of freedom of expression. So here's what's happened. The online film provider Netflix has removed an episode of the show Patriot Act with Hasan Minhaj from its site in Saudi Arabia, and here's why.
Do you know what his nickname is? Abu Rasasa, which means father of the bullet. They own 10% of Uber, which makes complete sense. Saudi Arabia and Uber are both places women drivers don't feel safe. Damn, $930 million. That's a lot of money. You know what's free, though? Not bombing Yemen. There are people in Saudi Arabia fighting for true reform, but MbS is not one of them. And to those who continue to work with him, just know that with every deal you close, you are simply helping entrench an absolute monarch under the guise of progress, because ultimately, MbS is not modernizing Saudi Arabia. The only thing he's modernizing is Saudi dictatorship.
Well, the audience might have been laughing, but the Saudi government certainly wasn't, because Netflix received a complaint alleging the episode violated the kingdom's cyber crime laws. Now, Hasan Minhaj criticises Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman over the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate that happened in Istanbul in October. And the kingdom's cosy relationship with the US was under scrutiny, as well as the imprisonment of political activists, including female drivers, and Saudi's involvement in the war of Yemen, as you heard. Now, the streaming service defended its decision, saying we strongly support artistic freedom worldwide and only removed this episode in Saudi Arabia after we had received a valid legal request and to comply with local law. But using the artistic freedom card didn't quite go down too well with Human Rights Watch. In fact, the executive director of the Middle East and Africa division, that's Sarah Leah Whitson, she has tweeted that Netflix claim to support artistic freedom means nothing if it bows to demand of government officials who believe in no freedom for their citizens, not artistic, she says, not political, and not comedic either. And Jamal Khashoggi's editor at the Washington Post, that's Karen Atiyah, she called the decision quite outrageous, if you can see just in the bottom there. And some people have been sharing the link actually to it on YouTube, which can be watched from Saudi Arabia, or at least for the time being. But people have been pointing out that, if anything, Saudi Arabia's move has given the show publicity. And ironically, it's his most viewed Patriot Act episode on YouTube, and it's got about more than 1 million views. Elizabeth?
Sarah, thank you very much. Now, do get in touch.